And this is 1.2, number 19/8. 1.2, 19/8. 19 in the book, 8 online. 19/8. And I think we have done this one. Or have I? Or have we?
I've seen it before.
This is a calculator question. First of all, I'm just going to draw it. You can play with it on the does anybody see the stylus?
This bad boy out.
Somebody stole the stylus. Oh, that's a great place for it. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it and tell you what you need to do on your calculator. There is crosshairs, and it's x squared, so we know it's a parent graph. We know it is a regular parabola. So we know it looks like that. Now, we know that this is not attached to the function. It's not inside with a square. So that means it's a vertical shift of what? 50. So we know that it looks like this. So let me ask you a question. If you know that the vertex is 50, you know that your y-axis is going to have to start right about what? 45? Okay, so you know your minimum of your y should be somewhere around 45 or 50. Okay, so that's your y. Your x, it really doesn't matter, because what's your domain of any function to the first, second, third power? All reals. So if you want to do -10 to +10, but your y is going to have to be what? 0 to 60. Okay? You could start it at 45 if you wanted to, but you're not going to be able to see it very well. 50, I would say probably 0 to 60 or 0 to 70, something like that. Question. So I would say, I don't know what these two are. I would say it's one of these two, probably B. This is a calculator drill. It might be A, or say, either A or B. There it is. Is it a test question? It could be, but very unlikely. It could be very unlikely. Either no, very unlikely, or yes. So it's going to be very unlikely, maybe. Does it have a turning point? What's 2 minus 1? 1. So it does have a turning point, has one turning point, and that is the vertex. We're going to talk about finding the vertex here in a little bit when we do the, in this case, the turning point is the y-intercept, which is 0, 50. And it's going to mark it wrong because I didn't put parentheses. But okay. Is that it? That's it? So, calculator drill, make sure you can do those for homework. Not a big deal, not a big percentage of your test. Next question. 1.4, 47 in the book, 12 online. 47, 12. 47 in the book, 12 online. Okay, I would probably do this as a test question, and you can do it in your calculator. I'm going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet for 2 reasons. 1, it's easier. 2, I can show it on the board better than the calculator. I can't make the calculator bigger. So I'm going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet. Now, Hubert, you hadn't even read the directions. Well, I don't need to read the directions because there's only so much you can do with a bunch of points. What can you do with a bunch of points? What's the first thing you can do with a bunch of points?
Plug them in.
Plug them in and graph them. Okay? So I'm going to hit insert, and I'm going to hit the plot, and there it is. Now this looks like a linear function, does it not?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm going to right click on one of the dots, add trend line, and it's going to be a linear, and I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to hit the display equation. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for y'all. Okay. It's not going to. There we go. So this function is y is equal to x. Okay. Now, I don't know what they're going to ask, but let's go back to the question. The function that models, I guess y is equal to x, I guess that's what they want. Pendleton, y'all okay up there? It worries me, all those laptops up there. That bothers me.
Watching.
Yep. You know, dang old watching porn up there or something. Question. Y'all watching Netflix and Hulu? My daughter got moved in. She had to FaceTime me last night, show me her apartment. This is her second apartment in her life, and I'm like, "You're."
Is it nice?
She's stupid. She can't help it. She's an alcoholic. All right, 1.4. That's 47. We just went over that. Yeah, she has a problem. 57/16. 57/16. Let's look at this one. First of all, is it a test question? I don't know. I don't know. It says
Too many words.
Yeah, too many words. We might as well forget this one. All right. First of all, they show you a picture, and let me. While y'all are looking at y'all draw that. Let me move it. There you go. Number of men in company, millions to decades. A decade is defined by year beginning of the decade, and is defined by the average number of men. Blah blah blah. The data can linear model determined by the line connecting 1890 to 1990. So they want to do a line. I'm just trying to read the question. It looks like they're taking a line, and I'm going to use a red line, and they're going from 1890 to 1990. And of course, I can't get up there. Damn Russians.
Always. It was the Chinese this time.
What? No, you can't blame the Chinese. You can't do that.
We bombed them, we killed them.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
We did them.
Yeah, they only been stealing from us for the last 50 years. Even people in Hong Kong were like, "Oh, help us out." Well, we got people in our streets saying we got concentration camps. You know, whatever.
Well, President signed off.
I've got one question. If it's so bad in the United States, why is everybody trying to get here?
Exactly.
That's a great question.
Somebody answer that question. I'd appreciate it. All right, so let's take this. There we go. And is that, I guess that's 1990 right there, right? So they're wanting you to find the line there. So I'm just going to do it by hand. And let's see what y'all get. I don't know if, I'm reading the question like they're wanting us to use those years. Okay, write the equation of the line connecting the 2 points. So, let's take our, and you could plot those 2 points on your calculator or your, and do it that way, but I'm just going to do it by hand. So, 1890, comma, 18.4, and 1990, comma, 68.6. We read from left to right, x of 1, y sub 1, x of 2, y sub 2. M is equal to delta y over delta x, which is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses. Y sub 2 is 68.6, 18.4, 1990, and 1890. I'll do the bottom for you. 100. Now, somebody did the top. What does it come out to be? 50 or 49.2 or what is it? I'm sorry, what?
50.2.
50.2?
Yes.
Which is basically 1/2, but somebody give me, well, no, let's leave it. Well, go ahead and give me a decimal. 0.5 what?
502.
502. Now we have a slope and a point, so we're going to use what? The point slope equation. Y minus parentheses equals parentheses times x minus parentheses. $18.4 is smaller, so we're going to use 18.4. 0.502 and 1890. Y minus 18.4 is equal to 0.502 x minus, somebody take 0.502 and multiply it by 1890.
948.78.
What?
948.78.
Okay, and now bring the 18.4 across the river and do that math, and you get y is equal to 0.502x and minus what? 930 point something? $930 point what? 0.38? Somebody check me. That should be your answer. Now, how could you do that on your handy-dandy calculator? Well, I meant not your calculator, but your Excel spreadsheet. Well, you could pull up your Excel spreadsheet, and instead of typing all those in, you could do, what's the 2 points? Okay, 1890, comma, 18.4, 1990, and 68.6. Highlight it, graph it, right click, add trend line. Well, I thought I hit. There we go. And whoa. Did we not do it right? Check, make sure I wrote down. Okay. Check my math. Evidently we've done something wrong. Let's see what the answer is. That the answer? That's the answer.
We got it.
Why did, have I got something typed in wrong? 1890, 1990, 18.4, 68.6. Somebody type it in your calculator and see what your calculator comes up with.
Why?
This 0.502?
No, type that in or type in.
Type these 2 points in your calculator. Let's go do it on your calculator. Let me pull up the calculator. I'm just checking to make sure that I've typed in what I need to type in. Okay, go to Stat, Edit, and give me the first 1890, and the second one is 1990. And the first one, I forgot, what is the first one? 16.8? 18.4, and what's the second one? 68.6. Enter. Go to Stat, Calculate, Linear Regression, L1, L2, Calculate. Yeah. I don't know what happened on the spreadsheet. Maybe I might have something typed in wrong. Let me start a new spreadsheet. Maybe it's reading something else. All right, let me try it again. 1890, 1990. What's the 18.4 and 68.6. Insert. Linear. Add trend line. Where's the trend line? Oh, display equation. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Am I typing it in right? 1890, 1990. Is anybody else using the spreadsheet?
Yeah,
I'm using the
What
calculator.
do you come up with?
same thing.
Why is it reading different in here?
I'll have
Tell you what I'll do. Let me go back. I don't know why it's giving us those 2. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, but the answer, I don't know why it's doing it. Somebody can figure it out, speak up. Okay? Let me go back to the question. Okay. Does the line appear to be reasonable fit to the data points? Yes. I mean, if it had been way off. Where's my other one? Let me go ahead and do that. There it is, and insert. Yeah, it's reasonable. This is the same one. I don't know if it's the same one or not. Okay. How does the slope of this line compare with the average rate of change during? They are pretty much the same. So, the person that sent this question, I don't want to put you on the spot, but were you having problems with the spreadsheet, or was that your question? Just the spreadsheet, or what?
Oh no, I was just solving the problem, and I just figured it out by using the slope and then y equals mx plus b.
Okay. Well, I can't tell you why the spreadsheet is coming up with something different. I don't know why it's doing that. And I've gotten 2 things by hand and by the calculator saying that I'm right. So I'm going to go with the 0.502. I don't know why the spreadsheet's never done that before. I don't know if I'm doing, it's something I'm doing evidently. Let's go to another problem. 1.4, 5716. 5716, that's the same one. Sometimes when y'all hit return button, it sends it like twice. All right, this is 1.417. Is that the same one? No. So the percent of births of teenage mothers who are now wedlock can be approximated by a linear function of the number of 50 years after, this is very important, number of years after 1954. The percent was 15 in 1971 and 73, good God Almighty, 73 in 2007. Well, first of all, they're giving you 2 points. Somebody tell me what you're going to find out first. You don't even have to read the directions. You got to find what? The slope. So here's x of 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, 73 minus 15 over 53 minus 17. And somebody do 73 minus 15. What do you get? I'm terrible at subtraction. Be 60 what? 67, 68? 58. 58 over 53 minus 17 is what? 33, 36?
Yeah.
That's reducible, I think. 29 over what? 18? Somebody check my math. Or give me a decimal. 1.61. So that's our slope. I'm going to go ahead and pick a point. I'm going to pick 17 and 15. 17, comma 15. And m is equal to 1.61. Y minus 15 is equal to 1.61 times x minus 17. Somebody multiply 1.61 by 17 for me.
27.38.
1.61 x minus what?
27.38.
And then add 15 to it. 1.61 x what? Minus what? No, it would be minus 27.38 plus 15. It'd be like minus 12 something. $12.38. So now they're probably going to ask you to plug and chug something in and find something, find something in 2000 whatever. Well, they may ask you, I don't know. But that should answer pretty much everything. Now, you don't have to be a Princeton scholar to tell me that what happened between, well, don't tell me what happened. Just tell me what the trend was between 1971 and 2007. It what? Increased or decreased? Increased. It increased. Now, a lot of you are saying, why in the heck are we doing all this slope and figuring the what? That's what you do in marketing and management and business. And we're going to study those graphs and those trend lines, and we're going to keep on studying them. Next question. This is chapter 2. 2.1, I can't see, 19/8. 2.1, 19/8. These are new because they're dark. All right. The solution of the equation, okay. I just want you to tell me what this looks like. Well, first of all, it's not written in the right way because nobody writes an equation that way. I don't know why they do this. F of x is equal to 3.6x plus 72. What kind of function is this?
Linear.
It's linear, so that's the first thing. What does my family of graphs say? My family of graphs says this is linear. I've got a y-intercept of what? 72, so that means the y-intercept is 72. This says that it is going from left to right up, okay? And the 3.6 means 3.6 over 1, so I'm going to go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, over 1, down, 1, 2, 3, 3.6, 1. So it looks something like that. Now, what if I want to find my y-intercept? Well, you draw a table. X-intercept, y-intercept. What's the rule about the x-intercept? Lord, what the heck are you talking about? The x-intercept. What is the rule about the x-intercept? What's always 0? What's the rule about the y-intercept? And that's what you need to highlight, because that's what you need to remember about the x and the y-intercept. No matter if you're in trig, calculus, math, physics, biology, marketing, business, if you want to find the x-intercept, you plug in 0 for y. If you want to find the y-intercept, you plug in 0 for x. And in business and marketing, that's why you're trying to find this guy and this guy, because that's basically telling you when you're what? Going in debt. Or your business is failing. Okay? So, let's plug in 0 for x. So I'm going to put 3.6 x plus 72. That goes out 72. 0 is equal to 3.6 x plus 72 minus 72 is equal to 3.6. And what is it, 2.2? Somebody tell me, I can't do decimals in my head. Is it 0.2 or 20 or?
I guess negative 20.
Negative 20. So negative 20, so there's your x and your y-intercept. And of course, you can find those in your calculator by using the second trace function. Or your table. So when y is 0, what is x?
Negative 20.
2. And I don't know if they're going to ask for the other one or not. When y is 0, x is 72. So I don't know what they're looking for. Negative 20.
Oh.
I've got it backwards.
What?
I got negative 30.
Does that not say y is equal to 0?
F of X.
F of X equals 0. So.
F of x is equal to 0. Somebody tell me, doesn't that say y is equal to 0? What is the x-intercept? Well, hell, that's the x. Okay, the x-intercept. They've got this wrong. That's wrong. That may be why you sent me that question, whoever sent me this question. So you've got a reason to send me this question, because that right there is wrong. That should say, what is the y-intercept? Negative 20. That's what it should say. You think somebody from computer programming might need to talk to the math instructor and get the answer correct. Okay, this would be what, 72?
Negative 20.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the answer
They're all
is.
negative 20. Yeah, it's negative 20.
Okay, so we're just going to make stuff up now. Okay.
What is the solution to that? Then the x-intercept is the same as the first question.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm teaching math wrong.
0, I think, is also negative 20. 0.
I got negative 30 for my answer because it was worded differently. So
Okay, are y'all not seeing that I'm right and this is wrong? Okay, because... Okay, first of all, this says y is equal to 0. Well, look at my... When is y equal to 0? Okay, at 72.
Y is equal to f of x.
Okay, that's what f of x is. F of x is equal to y. Okay, I must be reading something wrong or this problem's wrong. And the x-intercept is not negative 20. What's the x-intercept? 72. At least I thought. No, the y-intercept is there. Wait a minute. I've got it backwards. I'm sorry. Have I?
the Russians invaded your brain.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's the problem right here. I did it too fast. Hold on. Oh, me oh my. Right here. This is y, dork. I got them backwards. Sorry. Of course, all of Pendleton probably knew that, but they gonna say anything? Hell no. They ain't gonna say a damn thing. So y is equal to 0. So you plug in 0 is equal to 3.6x plus 72 minus 72 equals 3.6x negative 20. So the question is right. I just had a brain bubble and put everything the opposite. So I pray for your forgiveness. Sorry.
It's okay. We love
I
you.
figured Pendleton would jump all over me. Negative 20. They hate me. All right. So here is this one. F of x 3.60 plus 72. Y is equal to 72. There we go. I don't know why I had a brain bubble. I'm sorry. I guess I just was writing too fast. Sorry about that. Whoever sent that question, I apologize. Because now everybody's supposed to say, I'm even more confused now than I was before. That's what you're supposed to say.
I'm even more confused now than I was before.
There you go.
Welcome.
Mr. Marshall, I apologize. Where's Mr. Marshall? I'm sorry.
Right here.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Next, 2.125/11. 21/11. Using the graph to the right, given the 0 function x is equal to 10. Okay? Find the following. The x-intercept of the graph of the function. The solution to the... Okay, I guess they're just wanting you to look at the graph. I don't know. It looks like to me that x is equal to 10. The x-intercept is equal to 10, right? So I'm going to write right here, x is 10, 0, and what is y? It looks like y is 5, right? 0, 5. That looks like it. Unless, let me check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So each one's 10, so that's 5. Okay, so my y-intercept is equal to 0, 5. My x-intercept is equal to 10, 0. Now, could I find the equation of this line? Yes. Okay. I don't know if they're going to ask that, but I think that's the two answers they want. They want you to be able to read the graph. And you do a lot of that in business math, so that's it. And this one is so simple that what? That you think it's difficult, and especially with the way they word it. So this one is not that difficult. Okay? So hopefully that'll help you out. Is that a test question? Probably not, because it's too easy that it would confuse people. I don't like to do those. I like to do simple ones, but the simple ones not worded. Some people would look at that question and just stare at it. Okay? This is 2.131/13.
Yeah, this is the one right here.
Okay, for the following, find the zero function. Okay, we did one like this, but we'll do it again. This time, I hope I don't screw it up, okay? Settle down, Pendleton.
Pray about it.
All right. F of x, about the same, isn't it? F of x is equal to 32x plus 416. And I'm going to do my x and y intercept. X-intercept, y is equal to 0. Y-intercept, x is equal to 0. Now, of course, when x is equal to 0, you get 416, so you don't have to do any work there. When y is equal to 0, 0 is equal to 32x plus 416 minus 416 equals 32x. Somebody take 32 negative 13. So negative 13 is your x-intercept. So we got something that looks like this: 0 and 416, and negative 13. So you got some kind of line looking like that with a positive slope, and you could actually find that now that you got the x and y intercept. You can find that equation if you needed to. So I didn't mess that one up. Next one. 2.133/14. I feel like I'm doing y'all's homework for you. Solve the equation by graphing. This is a test question. So, first of all, you got to solve for what? Variable. You can't solve for y.
Yeah, you get it.
So you just quit, right?
Yeah.
16x cannot be done. There you go. Minus 38 equals 4 minus 5x. I'm going to bring the 5x across the river. Take 38 across the river. That's going to leave me with 21x is equal to what? 42. Divide by 21. X is equal to 2. When x is equal to a number,
Okay, cool.
it's parallel to what axis?
X equals negative.
I'm sorry. Negative is a negative? Did I mess up?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, so what does it look like? 1, 2, and what's it parallel to?
The y-axis.
So that's what it looks like. When y is equal to a number, it's parallel to what?
Y-axis.
The x-axis.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't know how they want you to do a graphical method when you ain't got no graph to do it with. So I don't know what. I guess you're just supposed to just do what I did, just do it algebraically. That should say solve the following equation algebraically is what it should say, because you don't have a little graph to draw it on. So I don't, just do the best you can on that one, I guess. But the content I like you being able to solve. And again, I'm doing a lot of algebra review here, even though it's not in the chapter 1. It's a lot of algebra review. 2 point, that's the same question, isn't it? 33, wasn't that the same question?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe I sent it a second time. Oh. Yep.
That's fine. 35/15. I'm just doing y'all's homework for you, that's all. Okay, this is a test question, so go ahead and write it down. I'll write it down for those that's going to complain. Sitting on the back row. 5 times s minus 8 Oh yeah, I just love using S in algebra. It just
Five.
really, it's not confusing. It's not, doesn't look like a 5. Yeah, it's really nice to use. 6 times S minus 4. And let me tell you something. If you want to change that S to an X on your test, and if you forget to put X in your answer, I will give you credit, because you should never use S in an algebraic equation, okay? That's like using, I mean, I know that we use S in physics, okay, but it's not a good one to use in an algebra class.
Right.
So if you want to change it to X, change it to X, and if you forget to change it on the test, see me after class and I'll change it. I'll give you the points. Okay, the first thing you do is distributive law. And we get 5S minus 40 is equal to 6S minus 24 plus 2. Over here, you got to combine like terms. 5X minus 40 is equal to 6X minus 24 plus 2 is minus 22. I'm going to bring this 5X across the river. Bring this 22 across the river. Now at this point, some of y'all are probably saying, why is he doing that? You're supposed to put the X on the left-hand side. Whoever told you that, you didn't get your money's worth. Okay? Let me tell you a story. Let's say you got 2 kids. And you go down to the Star Recreation Facility, and there's a seesaw down there. And you got a girl and a boy. And you put the girl on the left-hand side of the seesaw, and you put a boy on the right-hand side of the seesaw. Then you go up to Clemson, the Botanical Gardens, and you go to the seesaw at Clemson. What do you put your boy on the side of? Does it matter?
No.
No. So whoever told you that you have to put X on the left-hand side of the equal sign wasn't a very smart person. Okay? Because they're basically telling you that whatever seesaw you have to go to, you got to put your son on the left-hand side. You can't put your son on the right-hand side of the seesaw. Why did I put the 5X on the right-hand side?
Make it positive.
Keep the variable what?
Positive.
Positive. Always try to keep the variable positive.
Oh, I didn't know that, because I thought it could be negative sometimes.
It can be, but why would you want it? You like whips and chains? Why would you want your X to be negative?
That's stupid.
I'm waiting. Why would you want your X to be negative?
I just thought it was a possibility to be
I know.
negative.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm asking if somebody can answer it. Because what do you have to do with that negative after you make the X negative? What do you have to do?
Make it positive.
You have to make it positive. So why do you want to do double the work? So keep the variable positive. And what's 6X minus 5X? X. And what's negative 40 to dang on 18, or what is it?
18.
Always try to keep the variable positive. Because when you're dealing with inequalities, when you divide by negative, you have to what? You have to switch the inequality. And if you forget to divide by negative, you're going to forget to what? You're going to forget and you're going to get the answer wrong. Question?
Just learned something new.
Don't say that. Pendleton will get mad at you. You're supposed to hate me. Settle down, Pendleton. Okay, next one. I don't know what answer. That was 15. This is 35, 15. Didn't we just do that? I think we just did that.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, same one.
So 35. Y'all have to watch those numbers so I don't do the same ones over. Okay, this is number 7. I'm supposed to put them in order. Okay, number 7/4. Oh yeah, why is this one? We done went over one like this, but this is a test question because it's got fractions and it'll make you skip it. People will skip this one because they can't read the tape measure.
Know your question.
Yeah, that was my.
5x minus 1 over 6 minus x over 1 equals 1 over 1 minus x over 8. Common denominator is what? Well, let's see. Let's go over here, 6 and 8. 2, 3,
24.
5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 2 will go into 6 3 times, 4 times. 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. What's 8 times 3?
24.
Somebody I know thought 48. And it's not, it's 24.
24.
24, we'll go here. 24, 24, and 24. And I'm going to multiply. I forgot to change colors. I'm sorry. I suck. So I just made a mistake. Hold on a second. I was thinking of something else. Let me go back. My brain is all over the place today. There we go. Multiply by 24 over 1. And there we go. 24 over 1, 24 over 1, 24 over 1, 24 over 1. Multiplied by x over 8, 1 over 1, x over 1, 5x minus 1 over 6. And what happens to the 8 over 24? That cancels to 3. And the 6 and the 24 cancels to what? 4? 4. So now we got a good old Algebra 1 problem. 4 times 5 times x minus 1 minus 24x equals 24 minus what?
3.
3x. 20x minus 20 minus 24x is equal to 24 minus 3x.
So
Finish
this
it
time
out.
you want to bring. I think the variable's going to be negative this time.
What?
I think the variable's going to be negative this time because there's like more than one.
Well, you're gonna see. You can make it. It's called manipulation. Guys are not good at it. Girls are.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Not a word. I figured a room full of women up there. I figured I'd get some kind of comment. Nothing. Why do y'all hate me, Pendleton? Why is that?
We don't.
You just don't want to talk to me.
Yep. So you gotta figure it out.
Well, I bet y'all have a great social life. All right. So 20 minus 24 is minus 4x. Minus 20 is equal to 24 minus what? 3x. Bring the 4x across the river. Bring the 24 minus 24. Minus 44 is equal to x.
Okay.
Always try to keep the variable positive. Because on a test, what's your worst enemy? What's everybody's worst enemy? Especially moms that try to wear their daughters' clothes. What's the worst enemy of everybody?
Estimation.
What's the only thing you can't control?
percentages.
And this is the future of America. Okay, what's the only thing that we cannot control?
Variables.
Well, that's a good try.
It's going to be
Time.
the x dot variable.
I'm gonna say
Time. Name somebody that can control time.
Doctor Strange.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
North.
about my least favorite Marvel star beside those two that aren't really Marvel stars. Mr. Bow and Arrow guy.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
How about you?
Why? I mean, a bullet between the eyes and he's dead. Why is he an Avenger?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got the same last name as me. That's pretty.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's why. All right. So, time. Why am I talking about time? What's your worst enemy on test? Time. What do you make when you're running out of time? What do you make more of?
Mistakes.
And are you going to remember to multiply by -1? And then on an inequality, if you do multiply by that -1 and you're running out of time, are you going to remember to switch the inequality? Chances are no. So why do all that? Keep the variable what? Positive. You'd be surprised how many people go around the world because their 7th grade teacher told them, you have to put the X on the negative, on the left. You have to put it on the left. Just remember, when your son is born, he can't go on the right side of the seesaw.
Mhm.
You have to raise your son to go on the left side of the seesaw, no matter what. And I want you to really think about that and tell me how much sense that makes. Or, when you're weighing something, you have to put a certain something on the left. You can't put it on the right. Okay, I'm gonna skip down to 2. Well, let me look at these because I'm almost on 2.3. Okay, that's the same one. I'm not doing that one again. We've done like we've done like 3 or 4 of those, right? I think you're okay on that.
Yeah.
That's 4. Oh, this is 2.3. 2.3, 11/4. Solve the system by substitution. And most of y'all will do what on this one? Quit.
Skip it.
Why? It's too much. Too much to look at. Substitution. Look for the one that what? Is solved for y. Plug and chug. 6 times x plus 7y is equal to -101. Plug that, take the highlighter, that 4y plus 9, and plug it in right here.
I'll break it down somewhere.
4y plus 9. Distribute 24y plus 54 plus 7y is equal to -101. 24 minus 7 is 17. Bring the 54 across the river. 17y is equal to -155. Divide by 17. Somebody divide that for me. I don't know if it's even. If it's a decimal, I'm just going to leave it. 9.11.
-9.11.
-9.11. I'm going to use the fraction because I don't have a calculator and I don't like to depend on it. So x is equal to 4 times -155 over 17 plus 9. 4 times 155, 0, 2, 6, somebody check me, 17 plus 9 times 17, 3, be 153 over 17. Somebody check me and see if 153 divided by 17 is 9, please. What's 153 divided by 17?
Yes.
It's 9.
Okay.
That's correct.
And check 4 times 155.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so negative 120 plus 153, 467, just tell me what it is.
Yeah, it's negative 467.
467
X ID.
over 17. And that's your X and your Y. And I really don't care if you type in fractions or decimals, although fractions tell me that you're using your head instead of, using the idiot box, which any monkey can use.
Okay, so
I'm
I
not
got
a big
that one.
calculator fan. What?
I got that one right, but what confused me was like putting the a y variable with the 4 inside the parentheses, but it was only for like 2 seconds, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, and then I got the answer right.
Okay, good. Well, that means that's good. So I'm going to put a 3 here and a 3 here because I'm not going to type all that in. I've already got my degree. I ain't going to type it in. All right, so final. Okay, they got even numbers. Okay, somebody check my numbers.
Instead of adding the 24y and the 7y, you subtract it.
Yeah, you
Okay, that's good enough today. We're gonna quit today. I messed up again. 24 plus 7 is supposed to be 31. Thank you. Next time, say something when you see it. Now it's when everybody's supposed to say, "Yeah, man, I saw that," and you didn't.
Yeah, man, I saw that.
There you go. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me see what the next one looks like before I'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Okay, and we will probably finish these homework questions up. What does the outline look like? Let's see what the outline, what do we go to in the outline? No, what is the outline?
2 points right now.
Okay, so we're approaching the Unit 1 test pretty soon. We'll probably be going over 2.3 and 2.4 next. So let's just keep on going. And after we get out of Chapter 2, we'll pretty much be reviewed. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the attendance before some of y'all explode. Let me turn off the